Because if you think about your life as a book and then you have multiple chapters, there's a reason why there are multiple chapters. And the fact that we use the first few chapters to determine how the book is going to end, we're robbing ourselves of the excitement and of the surprises that come along the way, which is why the older I get, the more I realize this is not even a book. My life is not a book. My life is a series of books. Because if you look at the first 5 years of my life and you look at my life now, they don't even have the same title. Like literally my first 5 years and now do not have the same title. There are some similarities because, DNA, but I'm a completely different person. Completely different. Now, if you go to my 20s, in my 20s, I think I probably have two books. I have early 20s and late 20s. And then you look at today, the book that I'm writing, and the book that I'm writing now is completely different every single year because I'm not even going to compare 2025 to 2026. It's not even a book because a book at least tells you the story kind of links itself and you can go to chapter 1, read about it and kind of mix this with chapter 10. But there's no similarities at all. So for me, my life is actually a series of books with different titles, which is super fun because it allows me to close a book, have multiple chapters. I can have a book that has 5 chapters or 2 chapters, and I close that book at peace and like with closure. I have closure with that book and I put it away and I start a brand new book, which gives me a lot of freedom to reinvent myself and to believe in the possibility of me being a completely different version and not relying on my past to determine what happens tomorrow. Every single day, I'm a new version. And that's what I want to introduce you to because here's how this affects our finances. The reason I had this call in our community, in our membership, is that it's very easy to say, I want to take care of my finances. I want to pay off debt. I want to build wealth. I want to invest. I want to take care of money. I want to build a better relationship with money. It's very easy to say that. But if you're using your past as the blueprint for what you're capable in the future, and these things are things you want to achieve and you've never achieved them before, then they're practically impossible for you to achieve them. Therefore, if you're going to do something different, we have to start with a blank canvas. We can't start with history. If you've always been in that, like for me, if you think about, I've never been able to swim before, right? Years and years. I didn't learn how to swim as a kid. As I grew up as an adult, never swam. And if I used that as the blueprint for what was possible for me, I still would not be able to swim today. But I didn't. I closed the chapter of me not swimming and opened a chapter where I tried new things and I learned how to swim. And now I know how to swim. It's a brand new chapter. We do this in our lives, but also the belief that our past determines our future is so entrenched in us that even when we don't use the past as evidence of what we're capable of, it doesn't count. We don't make it count. We completely disregard it and we still attach ourselves to the belief that our past determines our future. And I want to completely reverse that, break away from that belief system because it directly impacts how you see your money today. If money feels hard and if you've been struggling with money, it's impossible for you to not struggle if you use your past against yourself. Because we always find evidence for what we believe, which is why if you are on your journey to have a better relationship with money, the first thing you need to address is not the money. It's what you believe about the money. So if you have a history of having struggled with money in the past, we need to clean that up first.